All right, so you should start doing your hands-on projects. So here you are at 126, and the projects can be pretty confusing. So in the first place, nothing's due for a couple of weeks. Nothing is officially due until February 2, but this star means nothing's really due until February 9. And even if you are late, keep turning in projects because we'll just take a couple of points off. You encourage people to do hands-on projects. So you'll find them here. And so the first thing you have to do, of course, is set up a Windows machine to work on. You don't want to use your normal Windows machine that has your credit cards and shopping and personal information on it because we're going to be running malware. Now, all the malware we use in this course is pretty harmless stuff. It's not real malware. If you take the SANS course, you'll use real malware, but in an uncontrolled environment, like a community college, I can't be having students use real malware because they might put it on their company machines or anything. So we're using fake malware that's relatively harmless. However, some of it is kind of annoying, pops up things. Some of it's hard to remove. You don't really want to put this junk on your machine you love. So you should have a safe environment to work on. Now, I used the Google Cloud before, and you still could. The problem is if you let your free trial run out, your Google Cloud machine will start charging you money, and it doesn't seem like it gives you enough of a warning. So students actually ended up having to pay some money last semester. So now I've gone back to recommending normal virtual machines. So the first thing you do is just make a virtual machine. You need VMware or VirtualBox or something like that. Now, if you cannot run VMware or VirtualBox because your machine is very old or very weak, then you might want to use Azure. And if you go down here, here's how to make a cloud server on Azure. So you can use that. Why do devs have to use kernel 32 and not DIL? It's just recommended by Microsoft. You don't have to, but kernel 32 is more convenient. It's like, why would a person use control panel instead of regedit? In principle, you could do it either way, but regedit is more dangerous and difficult. So that's all. But anyway, so you make a machine and you can download a free copy of Windows 16, use a 180-day evaluation. That's what I'm using. So you can get the installer file, then you install it, and you'll have a virtual machine that runs, and that's good. So here you just set up the virtual machine. And then in the next project, you set it up for malware analysis, because this sets up a normal virtual machine that you can do things on. But for malware analysis, we have to modify that machine in a few ways. First, we get rid of the updates. Normally, of course, you do want to put updates on your machine, but we don't want to because we don't want the machine wasting time putting on updates. And so you can turn it off here with sconfig. And then you turn off IE enhanced security because servers are set up so you can't go on the web and download things because you're not supposed to be doing that on servers. So you have to turn this off, and then you can download things. Then you have to create a Windows Defender exception to not look in this malware folder because this malware that we're going to use will set off your antivirus. So you have to tell Windows Defender to stop deleting the malware. Then you install Firefox and 7-zip, download the malware from that textbook, and unzip it. And so that's the game here. You have to do all that stuff. And then you've got a machine ready to do malware analysis. And we are going to, now not all that malware will run on a modern version of Windows, but some of it will. And we're going to use some of it, and we'll use some other files too. So the first project is just get your malware Windows machine running. You have to have a machine to do malware analysis. And then we're just going to practice all these techniques, doing all these projects. I didn't make them do exactly in order because I keep changing everything about the course and the order of things. So you'll find the numbers are sort of out of order, but I highly recommend just pulling ahead. And so anyway, set up your machine and start doing some of these projects and take a look at the extra credit projects too. They're very nice. And I'll demonstrate more of these as we go ahead. But you should start doing these. By the way, the other thing is to turn in your project, you will find flags. At the bottom of this, it'll tell you, here's the flag. So you take this screenshot and record that flag, and then you put that in Canvas. Right now, the Canvas doesn't seem to be up for you guys, but I'll try and get that worked out by next week. So when you're done, save this screenshot and make a note of the flag so you can submit it later. Is this class like 127? Yes, absolutely. There's a ton of extra credit. In fact, this class has so much extra credit, it's really enough for a whole second class. I may well create a second whole class out of all this stuff. So yeah, there's a ton of extra credit. You can see it. These are all extra. So hundreds of points of extra credit. So you can totally do tons of hands-on and ignore everything else. And that's perfectly fine with me, because what really matters is, can you really do it, of course. Although this book is good, but that's fine. Yeah. Yeah. A lot of people don't like reading the book. They don't like taking tests, and they'd rather do more hands-on, which is fine. No, I'll make the public one. I'll make the public Canvas. I've already got it, but I think I'm not going to post it right now, because I don't want everybody. First, I want to see if the City College people can get to the real one. So let's wait for next week for the public one as well. So if you start doing your projects, but just save the screenshots for now. So you've got them to turn in later. And hopefully by next week, we'll have all the servers up. Yeah. All right, so I'm going to stop this recording, and then I'll post them all up.